Today we'd like to provide you with some additional information on the Brian Simpson homicide investigation. We have two announcements to make. The first announcement, I'd like to announce a reward. The Indian River County business leaders and concerned citizens are offering a $50,000 cash reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person or persons responsible for the murder of Brian Simpson. Secondly, the Vero Beach Police Department is attempting to identify and speak to the following persons of interest. We have physical description, subject number 1, a black male, early to mid-20s, 5'9" to 5'11", 150 pounds, plus or minus, very thin, long dreadlocks, hair tied in a knot at back of head, black t-shirt and black long shorts. Second subject, black male, early to mid-20s, slightly shorter, 5'9" to 5'11", 165 plus or minus pounds, thin athletic build, bald or short cropped hair, black t-shirt, black long shorts, and running shoes. And this information, as you see to my right, you can also obtain at our website at vbpd.org if you'd like to print it off of the website as well. We'll have hard copies for everyone at the back of the room for you as well. Is there any questions?
How were you able to get these descriptions?
These descriptions came through a number of witness information reports via our canvassing and phone calls that came into the agency.
Maybe I misheard you, but you said 5 people of interest, but we're only seeing 2 descriptions?
You must have. If I said 5, I okay. Certainly didn't mean to. These are persons of interest. There's 2 currently.
2.
Yes.
The second subject, how tall are they, 5'11", 6 feet?
Second subject we have is 5'9" to 5'11".
And so these were some witnesses in the neighborhood came up with these descriptions?
Correct.
How many, through the interviews, how many people between the in-person and phone calls, how many people provided information pertaining to these people of interest?
We had several call-ins. We also had mostly witness information from the neighborhood, and I don't have the specific number, but I would say a half a dozen.
And these were people, or the people of interest were people that were seen that night in the area?
Yes.
Okay.
Are these people of interest, are they expected to be in danger, are they expected to be armed? Or?
Well, the firearm was used in the homicide, obviously, so certainly yes. And real quick, the hard copy will give you the descriptors as well.
Okay. That neighborhood, has there been somewhat of a recent string of burglaries or break-ins in that neighborhood? I know that some of the neighbors kind of talked about that a little bit.
Sure. We've had, since July of this year, we've had approximately 25 burglaries. 14 are auto burglaries, 11 are residential. And that's from the south barrier island to the north barrier island, not necessarily just in that neighborhood. If you may recall, early November we made 4 arrests of the auto burglaries I just referred to. That was coming over the 17th Street Bridge and East Camino del Rio, West Camino del Rio, and Point Lane. We made an arrest on that, last name of McDonald. So that was 4 of those auto burglaries.
Are these 2 suspected to have ties to any of the other ones?
We're certainly looking into that right now, see if they're related, but I can't say at this time.
Is that an unusually large number of burglaries, more than you would normally have?
You know, in comparison, I haven't looked at last year's numbers, what have you, but I don't know that it's necessarily an unusual number. We had some more recent, prior to the auto burglaries I'm referring to, that we made an arrest on. There were some burglaries north of the victim's area, and we're actively working on that, and we hope to come to a conclusion on that. But that kind of spiked the number a little bit, if you will.
Were there other break-ins that night of the
Not to my knowledge. We had, no, not to my knowledge.
How tough has it been trying to, gather information and try to solve this case, just because there's so much going on?
Well, we've been working, of course, since Thursday evening, and we really haven't stopped. The detectives here and the road patrol and everyone involved has been working diligently since then, and I wouldn't call it tough, but we're certainly, we're just persistent, and we're going to keep working and following up every lead and doing the best we can to bring justice to the Simpson family.
What is the biggest challenge that you face with this type of case?
Just it's just a matter of you want to spend all the time you can on it, and sometimes going home's not an option, and that's the way we are here. And again, you have so many leads coming in, and you have to use your time appropriately. It's a matter of time management and following the prioritizing even the leads that come in regard to that, and just so we move forward in the as positive a way we can.
How, these two men, whereabouts were they actually, are you able to tell us where they were seen by witnesses?
Right now, what I can tell you is that they were seen in the area of Fiddlewood and thereabouts.
How close did any witness get to these men? Because these, I can understand seeing the dreadlocks from a distance, you'd be able to ID that, but for the eyebrows and some of the facial features, it seems like for that time of day, it was so dark at the time, it seems like your witnesses would have had to be fairly close or have had kind of a short distance to be able to see some of these details.
Yeah, the persons that we're referring to here, we had witnesses in a matter of a few feet from them.
Can you describe what the incident was, as far as were they just passing by each other, did they talk to each other?
In passing, yes.
And was it in the evening hours, or was it in the evening hours?
Yeah, early evening hours, yes.
And if someone were to see these people or know who they are, should they call 911? Should they call the police department? What number is best for them to call?
Well, something like this, quickly call 911, certainly, and let law enforcement handle this type of thing.
The interaction that where they were just a few feet away, was he running by? Were they walking? Did they get a chance to get a good look?
The witnesses that we spoke to at this point were instrumental, at least in describing these people here. So it was a matter of feet, and it was just I believe one individual was in their car, another one was out of their car and was a little closer. So we feel, at least as far as these individuals of interest go, we feel we've got a pretty good description of them. Yes, ma'am.
Did you just get these descriptions? Did witnesses just come forward?
We've gotten these descriptions within the last day or so since the incident, but it's a matter of putting them together and getting the best description and talking to the people. If we had a half a dozen that saw these individuals, we wanted to get the ones that could view them the best and could recall them the best. And then we also had to find a sketch artist. And here you go.
Okay. Also, can you talk about down at the marina on Friday where some bicycles or things that were out of place discovered down there that you police think may be involved with the mode of transportation and getaway or anything?
There's some details that I'm not going to go into right now, but we scoured the area, if you will, and we were in the water there with their scuba divers, the Hanover County Fire Department, and we've collected a number of evidence articles that we're going to process and review.
When you mentioned you had to find a sketch artist, was there someone with another agency that you used?
We utilized an individual from Palm Beach County Sheriff's Department, yes.
So again, it's not too often that you guys need a sketch artist?
It's not too often.
Any word from the dive team as far as what they found Friday, or if anything?
We haven't gotten the report back, Lamar, from the fire department yet. I don't know that they've recovered anything, to my knowledge, but we haven't gotten the full report back.
Can you provide any more details about the crime itself within the house? Were there any animals in the house, or any animals that were injured? Or apparently
We learned that they
people-
had a cat
Okay.
thereafter that was out and about and
But
through the
no-
yard.
No dog? or-
They have a dog, yes.
The dog's fine?
The dog's fine.
Okay. Neighborhood's saying opposite, sorry.
I'm sorry?
The neighborhood is saying just the opposite.
Oh, the dog's fine. I saw the dog on more than one occasion.
Good.
Can you speak any more in terms of how we're assuming it was a burglary, how the burglar got into the home?
No, not at this time.
Do you know when the last time there was a similar incident at Vero Beach? A burglary that turned into a homicide?
Well, I may have said it the other day. I believe our last homicide was the incident out west, and the individuals were just sentenced recently. Leviticus Taylor case, where the individual was hit over the head out west of city limits.
What about on the Barrier Island?
The Barrier Island, to the best of my recollection, was in 1998, and that was a domestic-related homicide.
And back to when you were saying from July, there'd be 25 burglaries, that is in the, not just Central Beach area?
That's the Barrier Island, yes. That city limits of Vero Beach, the beach side.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you respond this weekend as far as patrols, as far as the traffic and neighborhood patrols out in the Central Beach area? Was there any augmentation as far as who you sent where for their routines?
Well, no, we just certainly have ample officers over there patrolling, and before we could release the scene, of course, we needed to make sure we kept an eye on the house. I was over there quite often, and I'm happy to say I saw our marked units all throughout. So, and we're definitely over there and patrolling the streets for sure.
And were you going to address today if some suspects were picked up within the last hour or two?
If they were picked up, or
Yes,
will
on
we
the
address
island.
them when if and when?
Or if some
Yeah.
people are being questioned right now or within the last hour on the island?
We have this report today,
Okay.
and you're asking about,
I'm just asking, I don't know,
Oh.
you said you were going to.
when we have information to report of any type of suspect that we have in custody,
Yes.
we'll certainly give you that information. I think we met Friday, and I told everyone we'd give you additional information as soon as we got it.
Okay.
This is what we have right now, and I promise you, when we get additional, even more information, we need you guys to help us out as far as the information getting out to the public. So we'll certainly have you back here as soon as we can.
Right now, officially, they would be considered persons of interest?
I'm sorry?
Persons of interest? in this
Right,
case?
right, right.
Anything you can say about anything missing from the home since it was a burglary?
No specifics on that, Lamar, right now. Does anyone have anything else?
Are you planning any other announcements later on today? Are you planning any other announcements later on today?
Not at this time. But again, as soon as we have something, I will gladly be back here and call everybody. Okay?
Can you have, folks have this emailed out as well? These sketches as well?
Yeah, it'll be on our website.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, vbpd.org. It'll be on the website. And it'll probably be, as opposed to the hard copy, it'll probably print clear off our website as well. But we have hard copies back there, again, with the descriptions for you. Okay?
Thank you, Chief.
Yeah, all right, thank you.